Good morning, everyone. I, Manju Verma, on behalf of the Bal Vikas family, extend a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us through this meeting. We have connected through this webinar to enlighten you about the NEP. NEP means National Education Policy. The new National Education Policy replaces the previous Policy on Education 1986. The Union Cabinet has approved it with an aim to introduce several changes in the Indian education system from the school to college level. The NEP 2020 aims at making India a global knowledge superpower. The Cabinet has also approved the renaming of the Ministry of Human Resource Development to the Ministry of Education. The NEP cleared by the Cabinet is only the third major revamp of the framework of education in India since independence. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities but also social, ethical, and emotional capacities and disposition. The next point in NEP, according to Gandhiji, literacy in itself is no education. It is not the end of education or even the beginning. According to him, education means an all-round drawing out of the best in the child and man, body, mind, and spirit. According to him, the prime aim of education is to make a man self-dependent. The purpose of education is to make the one efficient and skillful. And the objective of education is to guide and lead a child to the pathway to progress in the prevailing situation of space as per the demand of time, so that he could ascertain his physical and mental development to achieve a goal in life for himself on the one hand, and he could equally contribute to the society, nation, and the globe on the other. After analyzing the above 3 points, it can be said that the NEP is one of the most important views on the subject for us today. Let's have a look on vision of the policy. The National Education Policy 2020 sets a vision to implement an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing quality education to all. It aims to reorient our educational system towards meeting the needs of the 21st century. It achieves twin objectives of inclusion and excellence. The vision of the policy is to develop a sense of pride and respect for the country. The curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental duties and Constitution of India and have a deep bond with the country. Effective implementation of the policy is likely to restore India's glory as a great center of learning as during the times of Takshila and Nalanda.
The new education policy. The new education policy was released under the government of India's Ministry of Human Resource Development with the motto of educate, encourage and enlighten. This is the first education policy to be released in the last 34 years in India. No doubt, it is a praiseworthy decision for all Indian students and aims to spur innovative side of a student. Instead of traditional factual learning, examination-oriented education, and also to offer skill-oriented education by changing the face of education ecosystem in the near future. We really hope to see young adults with innovative approach towards work and life instead of just mugging up bookish knowledge and phones obsessing over marks. National education policy has transformed curricular and pedagogical structure. Earlier, existing academic structure is 10 plus 2, that is class 1 to 10 and class 11 and 12 years. And new academic structure is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. First 5 years, that is fundamental stage, includes 3 years of Anganwadi, play school or preschool. Next, and also includes class 1 and 2. Next 3 years includes classes 3 to 5. Next 3 years includes classes 6 to 8. And 4 years, these include classes 9 and 10 and classes 11 and 12. As India's new National Education Policy 2020 was approved on July 29, it is set to replace the 10 plus 2 schooling system in India with the new 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system. But this does not mean that 10 plus 2 system will become obsolete. The new schooling system will only bring 3 years of kindergarten classes under the ambit of formal education. First stage, fundamental stage. This stage will focus on teaching in play-based or activity-based methods and on the development of language skills. Second stage, preparatory stage. The focus in the preparatory stage will remain on language development and numeracy skills. It includes play and activity-based methods and also includes classroom interactions and the element of discovery. Third stage, as per the NEP, middle stage, it includes critical learning, and which is a big shift from the rote learning methods used in our education system for years. This stage will work on experiential learning in the sciences, mathematics, arts, social sciences, and humanities. Last stage, secondary stage. This stage will cover 2 phases, classes 9 and 10 and classes 11 and 12. The main change in these classes is the shift to multidisciplinary system, where the students will have access to variety of subject combinations that they can choose as per their skills and interest areas, instead of being strictly divided into arts, science, and commerce categories. This stage will again push for greater critical thinking and flexibility in the thought process. Now, have a look at key principles of NEP.
Key principles of NEP: respect for diversity and local context. There should be diversity in terms of physical needs, academic needs, and socio-psychological needs. NEP provides inclusive curriculum that is value-oriented and responsive to cultural and linguistic diversity. Equity and inclusion. NEP emphasizes that every citizen has the opportunity to dream, thrive, and contribute to the nation. It is based on the human rights approach. Community participation. State government may adopt effective school governance, resource sharing, and community building. The creation of school complexes, for example, could go a long way towards building vibrant teacher communities. Use of technology. The NEP emphasized the use of technology in education. E-course will be developed in regional languages and virtual labs will be developed. Emphasis will be given on conceptual understanding, critical thinking, and creativity. Unique capabilities. It is one of the fundamental principles of this policy, recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities of each student by sensitizing teachers as well as parents to promote each student holistic development in both academic and non-academic spheres. Continuous review. Continuous review of progress based on sustained research and regular assessment by educational experts. Now, salient features of the stages in school. First is the foundational stage. Here, play-based activities will be done. Focus will be on good behavior, courtesy, ethics, personal and public hygiene, cleanliness, and teamwork. Preparatory stage. Preparatory stage, at this stage, more emphasis will be on formal classroom learning, interactive teaching learning, introduction of subjects including physical education, art, language, science, and mathematics. Emphasis will be on reading, writing, and speaking. Middle stage. This stage will be subject-oriented, pedagogical, and curricular methodology will be followed. Subject teachers for learning discussions of the more abstract concepts in each subject across the sciences, mathematics, art, social science, and humanities. The high school stage is the fourth stage. Here, 4-year multidisciplinary study will be followed. Great depth, greater critical thinking, greater attention to life and aspirations, more frequent assessment of modules. Now, coming on to the next one, service, environment, and culture. A very first requirement in this direction will be to ensure decent and pleasant service conditions at school, adequate safe infrastructure including working toilets, clean drinking water, electricity, computers, library, sports and recreational resources will be important to provide to all schools in order to ensure that teachers and students, including children of all the genders, and children with disabilities receive a safe, non-violent, inclusive and effective learning environment.
Multilingualism and the power of language learning. The new education policy 2020 has emphasized on the use of mother tongue or local languages. Early students in the country will participate in a fun project or activity. All the students as well as free to choose 3 languages. All classical languages will be widely available in school as option, which is middle and secondary school. Early childhood education, learning in the formative years, developing curiosity. Curiosity helps children to be more observant and to think about things and try to figure them out. Logical thinking and solving problems. Logical reasoning requires independence as parents and teachers. If we try to trust the children and their decisions, we can aid the development of their logical reasoning. Art, crafts and music. These are fun activities for kids, be it coloring with crayons. There are several art, crafts and music activities which can enhance the interest of the children and exploit their artistic potential. Relationship with nature. A natural environment in a children's service is an environment which includes natural environments such as gardens where children can grow their own plants, sandpits for sensory, symbolic and physical play. Colors, shapes, alphabets and numbers. ECCE ideally consists of flexible, multi-level, play-based activities. Teamwork and collaboration, children learning in pairs or small groups through different activities. It can be fun way for students. Play-based and discovery-based. Learning helps children develop social skills, motivation to learn. Ethics. Now, major focus should be on good habits, values, discipline, manners, come and concern for each other. Being helpful, learning to share and being friendly. Self-identity. A positive sense of identity is crucial to the development of self-esteem and confidence. Etiquettes, behavior and emotional development. Etiquette provides the form or structure within which good manners operate. Good etiquettes and social manners are essential life skills that enhance the personal, social and emotional development of every individual.
As ma'am said, the most important aspect is early childhood care and education, as it is very well researched that a child in the age group of 0 to 6 years has the fastest pace of brain development. In case we don't tap the brain in this period, then child feels difficulty in further studies. 85% of the brain develops before the age of 6. But how does the brain develop? It develops when a child plays new games, meets new people, exposed to activities and learning. We speak new language with him, new and different dishes are offered to him. Then it is found 700 synapses are made per second in his brain, and the brain gets denser. As a result, his IQ increases. So, to increase IQ of the child, he should be exposed to his peer group maximum. To ensure all this, we have to see that a child should not sit idle in home. He should join some preschool in the age group of 3 to 6 years. For age group 0 to 3 years, parents should take care of him. Every child has a song inside. It's our job to turn up the volume. Benefits of early childhood care and education. It increases child's creativity. It improves communication skills, vocabulary, and language. It will also promote physical and mental health. It strengthens relationship with parents and peer group, better learning outcomes in later grades, reduction in behavioral issues throughout school journey. Year-long course during grades 6 to 8. Survey and hand-on experience of sampling of important vocational crafts such as carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, pottery making, etc. It is an important outcome of NEP 2020. It means practical knowledge of different vocations will be given to child. Like we in Panipat, handloom industry is there. Children should know about it. It is to be decided by states and local communities and to be mapped by local skilling needs. Emphasis on vocational education. 10-day bagless period during grades 6 to 8 for students to intern with local vocational experts such as carpenter, gardener, potters, artists, etc. Internship opportunities to learn vocational subjects throughout grades 6 to 12. Vocational courses through online mode. Periodic exposure to activities outside school through like meeting local artists and craftsmen. Vocational courses to be offered through open and distance learning. By 2025, at least 50% of learners shall have exposure to vocational education. Encouraging 21st century skills in classroom. There are basically 3 types of skills. These are learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Learning skills includes creativity skills, critical thinking skills, collaboration skills, and communication skills. Critical thinking does not mean that being able to criticize the things. It means being able to look at something and analyze it in an objective fashion, and then we are able to give our opinion on it. It's a very important skill. You will be surprised to know that this critical thinking skill is there in 1-month-old child. How? See, he knows his mom, his dad, and the third person. When that third person will take him in his lap, he will cry. This is critical thinking skill. It is promoted at a very early age. In NEP, nothing is curricular or extracurricular. Everything is academic. There are no boundaries. We have to give equal importance to health and fitness as we give to maths and science. And this progress will be mentioned in 3 to 18 years of age. Health education. Basic training in health, including preventive health, mental health and well-being, nutrition, personal and public hygiene, and first aid. Detrimental and damaged effects of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs.
As my colleagues have already explained you about the NEP, let's have a look on the more points concerning this new innovative policy. Technology in education. There will be more use of technology in the following areas such as teaching, learning and assessment, administration and management, education planning, Digital India campaign, regulation through public disclosures, These are some of the ways by which it can be more interesting, such as National Education Technology Forum, that is NETF, MOOCs, that is Massive Open Online Course. It is a free online course, affordable, flexible way to learn new skills. Divyang-friendly educational software, e-content in various languages just to provide remote access to labs and to enhance regional development. To meet the 21st century challenges, more use of virtual labs will be there. Online assessment and examination. According to the NEP, sports will no longer be considered as an extracurricular activity. Sports will not be treated as an optional subject. Sports will be taken as a subject like other subjects. Sports to be included as an integral part of the curriculum under new education policy set by our Honorable Sports Minister. As it will be the most flexible learning, so there will be multiple exit options for undergraduate programs will be there. Exit after 1 year, certificate to be awarded. Exit after second year, advanced diploma. Exit after 3rd year, bachelor's degree. Exit after 4th year, multidisciplinary bachelor's with research. Now, let's have a quick look on the key differences from our existing policy to the new academic structure. Let's have a look. Streams. According to the existing academic structure, there are 3 streams which a student can choose from: science, commerce, and art. According to the new academic structure, no hard separation of streams will be there. A student can choose his stream according to his or her interest or desire. Let's talk about pedagogical structure. As Shilpa ma'am has already told you about the pedagogical structure, existing academic structure, it is like 10 plus 2 plus 3. But according to the NEP, it will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Board exams, based on memorizing facts, used to be held once a year. Based on core competencies, with students allowed to take the exam twice. Award of degree, after completion of 3 or 4 years, the degree is provided to the students. According to the new academic structure, multiple exit options with certificate after 1 year and diploma after 2 years will be there. Vocational education. There is no focus given on it in our existing academic structure. But according to NEP, vocational education from class 6 with internships will be there. Mark sheet scoring, based on marks obtained in exams. But according to the new education policy, 360-degree performance evaluation will be there. Teacher has to evaluate the term according to the overall development of the child. Entrance test. Multiple entrance tests are there. But according to the new academic structure, only single entrance test will be there. If we have to talk about the schools, let's have a look on the expectations from the schools. Focus on core essentials, learning outcomes, focus on foundational skills in lower grades, map curriculum across grades and subjects with the defined LOS, means learning outcomes, focus on practical and application-based learning, experiential learning, and enhancing creative and critical thinking skills of students. Enables teachers to design such experiential and application-based activities which enhance the creative and critical thinking skills and other desired skills among the students. Stress on the importance of foundational skills of literacy and numeracy. Transfer teaching strategies or adopt innovative teaching strategies to develop, strengthen, and achieve these foundational skills by grade 3. Focus at an early age on reading, writing, and learning of basic mathematical concepts. Bring changes in teaching and alignment with the NEP 2020. Define, adapt, adopt learning outcomes and link assessment with the defined learning outcomes. Adopt experiential learning pedagogies to achieve the defined learning outcomes. Integrate subject and technology to create a holistic learning experience for students. Integrate the component of digital literacy, scientific temper, and computational thinking. Plan lessons grounded in real-life situations and plan to promote multilingualism. Identify and nurture gifted students and plan for CWSN, that is Children with Special Needs, and SEDGS, that is Socially Emotionally Disadvantaged Groups of Students. It is rightly said that the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Similarly, any new policy's effectiveness depends on its implementation. Such implementation will require multiple initiatives and actions which will have to be taken by the school as well as by the parents with proper planning. With this, we thank you all for joining us and taking time out for your cooperation. And thank you to be the part